I'm Timo. I'm the head of AI for cybersecurity at SandboxAQ. So we all know AI is coming and AI is here to stay. So about 80% of companies use AI in their day-to-day life, whether that's ChatGPT or actually using and training their own models. The problem is CISOs don't know about this. That's what we call shadow AI. It's made so simple that anybody can use, models, AI in code, that it's popping up everywhere, and it's scary because we don't know what these models do and where they're integrated. That's called shadow AI. So the number one challenge is finding those models, agents, MCP servers, everything that's related to AI in the customer's environment and find issues related to them. It's a solution that has several parts. So first of all, we know which models or which agents, which MCP servers are good and which ones are bad. For that, we actually look at the most popular, let's say, models, and we have different tools to scan them. We scan them across lots of different dimensions: security aspects, safety, prompt injection, toxicity, things like, can you ask a model to build a bomb for you, and will it refuse that? Or, will it use toxic language in answers? Things like that. So first is we just scan a lot of models and know which ones are good and bad. Second step is we build an engine that parses users' code in their own environment and finds which models are currently in use. And then we match those things against each other, build an inventory for customers, and then tell them, if there are any issues with it. So the thing is, because AI is so new and all the methods and the models, they are so new, we don't actually are behind in the security aspect of it. So we just simply don't know which models are safe yet, which ones are unsafe. Every day there are new models coming out, and we actually need new methods to even test what's wrong with them. It's completely greenfield. So we're doing a lot of research when it comes to the security aspect itself. Let's say you have an agent, you give these agents tools, you give these agents access. You want to make sure that, the agent doesn't do anything bad. There was a case in news last week where an AI agent deleted the whole production database of a company and caused, a lot of trouble. We want to avoid those things, but we need to understand first how these tools are used, what can be wrong with them, how can we prevent those things. And since models at the core of agents are inherently fuzzy, we can't really predict what they will do and what they will do wrong. So we have to do a lot of research along those lines to just safeguard them and find countermeasures, really. There's simply no pattern or no recipe we can follow to find those challenges. With every new model, there's technically new attack vectors or new things that could go wrong with the model. With new technique, there's new problems. So we can't just go learn from some deterministic playbook or something and apply that. We actually have to play with those things. We actually have to try and penetrate those things to figure out what's wrong. And this is pure research. It can work, it cannot work. We never know before we try out. Stats vary, but about 80% of all companies in the world use AI in one form or the other at the moment. So you can imagine all these tools, all these things have been built in a rush in the last couple of years. That's one of our hypotheses. And a lot of things can go wrong, like the agent that deleted the whole database. As we give models more and more access to aspects of our company, of our daily lives, of kind of everything, the risk vector kind of increases exponentially. A lot of things can go wrong, and we need to get ahead and actually secure those things. The potential damages are already in the millions or billions every year, caused by malicious behavior of agents and other things. This will only increase, and we think exponentially. So we need to really get ahead and solve this before it can cause real damage to the world. AI is on the rise, and lots of companies use AI for various tasks in their day-to-day life. However, this becomes a whole problem for cybersecurity. CISOs are increasingly worried about it since they don't know what's actually in use at their company and what damage it can cause. So we need to first discover what's there, and second, measure what impact or what vulnerabilities it can have to damage your company. Thank you for watching, and if you want to learn more, subscribe to our SandboxAQ's YouTube channel.